Yo, you think this a game? What? Yo, this ain't no game, man. We ain't playing here. This is ANRKey X. We the future, son. I told you. We ain't playing. Yo, this right here will melt faces. This is ANRKey X. We the future.
Okay, welcome everyone. I am AnRKey X Head of Community, Chris Casey, and I'm going to take you through part 1 of 4 of our strategy sessions for BattleWeb 2323. So we're going to always start by connecting our MetaMask wallet, and this will take us straight to our home screen. Alright, so this is your ANRKey X home screen. So once you connect your wallet, you're going to be taken straight to this screen. So what we can see, we'll go from left to right. So on the left, we can see the amount of users that are playing the game. That's the total users on the platform. Next, we have your ANRX balance. That's going to be your L2 ANRX balance. So this will show up once you use the bridge on your ANRKey X BattleWeb 2323 dashboard. So once you use the bridge, which we're going to be going through in a separate video, I think we're going through that in part 2. We're going to show you how to use that bridge, and that's gonna your ANRX balance is going to show up when you use that bridge. So this is going to be your L2 on Polygon ANRX balance. Next, we've got our total supply. Obviously, only 200 million ever minted, and that is our ANRX total supply. That will not change. And then we've got the ANRX market cap. Now, the ANRX market cap, that will obviously change in flux constantly, because obviously our market cap changes all the time. So we're running through an API that will update that live. So this, in essence, is your home screen. Up the top here, you're going to have your little profile. So you can go to settings, and here you can actually change things. You can change your username, you can change your avatar, you can change the music and the effects. If you want to have the music or the effects off, you can do that here, and all you have to do is click save, and that will save. So it's a cool little thing here. You got your game guides, and this will take you to the wiki as well, which is pretty cool. So this will take you to the wiki. If you have any questions, we will also be having a Zendesk support service for all you guys. So if you have any issues in the game, or anything's kind of you're not happy with something, or you need help using the bridge, or you need help using things, you can head on to the game guide, and that will sort you out. Perfect. So we have a new little feature here, which is our notification feature. Now we'll get into this when we stake our LPs on the dashboard, and that actually is a really neat feature, which is actually new. We actually implemented this only just recently before we were actually going live, so that's awesome. You'll see that in action in just a bit. We can see our selection navigation up the top here. So we're going to start by choosing a team. Alright, so this is how you start BattleWeb 2323. You're going to choose your team. Now, as we stated before, I'm already on a team. I'm on Assassins. But if you hold ANRX ETH, if you hold Uni, if you hold AAVE, if you hold WBTC, if you hold Link, you're going to scroll through here, you're going to find your team, Maker and Comp. Obviously, Comp, the OG in yield farming. It would not be a yield farming game without Comp involved. So Comp ETH on Vanguards, look at that, awesome. So you're going to select your team. So all you have to do is click your team. Your little avatar is going to show up here with the animation and everything. You can see, as we were stating before, the entire TVL on the platform. So all the pools that have staked, the dollar value of LPs that have been staked on the platform will be here. Next is the ANRX market cap, which will also be obviously augmenting live through the APIs, and depending on the token price, obviously, in the circulating supply. And we have the TVL of your team next. So these two are very important. This is your team, the team you're going to join. What's the dollar value of LP tokens staked? And what percent APY is your team already at? Now, all of our teams started at a base of 1,000, which is shared amongst the team equally, right? So everyone starts at 1,000. Obviously, this is a brand new game, so we haven't had too much gameplay go on right now. So obviously our numbers are not going to be as fantastic as they will be when we launch and everyone starts piling in. So apart from that, we've also got the team chat. So you can click your team chat and that's going to bring up your Discord channel. So you have to be logged into Discord. If you're not logged in, then it'll just ask you to log in. So you need your full your email address or your username and your password. Alright, cool. So I'm joining Assassins, I'm on Assassins. Don't have to click join team because I've already joined. So we'll take it to our dashboard. Perfect. So this is your BattleWave 2323 dashboard, guys. Now we'll start on the left hand side. So this is your avatar. This is the Assassins, the NSX ETH Assassin, right? But right here you can view your team. So you can view your team and you can view all teams. So your team activity will be here. It'll tell you what your team members have and actions that they've carried out. So if I stake, it's going to tell everyone that I staked LP tokens. If I've staked a golden chalice, it's going to tell everyone that I staked a golden chalice, right? So this is a way to keep your team accountable. And that's going to be in my team. So all your team members will be listed down here. The position in your pool will be on your left-hand side. Next will be amount staked. So how much dollar value of LPs have you staked personally in the game? The APY amount boosted, how much APY boost have you applied? Have you bought an arms boost? Have you bought and used any sacred relics? Have you used a golden chalice? So this will all tell you, everyone on your team, it will tell you if they have a golden chalice and if they've used it. It'll tell you if they've bought any sacred relic and if APY boosted NFT packs. It's going to tell you if they've bought any APY boosting arms boosts and if they've used them. So this is a way to keep everyone accountable. This is full transparency in your team, who is helping and who is not. You know, so all of this is going to go into your strategy when you're in Discord and talking and chatting, figuring out who's done what, who still has a golden chalice, who still has some sacred relics left, and then you're going to figure out how you're going to win the game, right? So this is a great way to keep everyone accountable. You can see your high value players, you can see your low value players, and you can see where there's room for improvement, all that type of stuff, right? So it's a brilliant piece of the dashboard that we have here that's going to bring and lead into your team strategy and your teamwork and how you work together. So we can see down the bottom you also have your little game timer. So that'll be generally counting down. For the purposes of this game, we've just got it just set because it's actually not a live game. But we can see that the time is down the bottom, so you're always going to know how much time is left in the game. And this will also be important when it comes to the middle of the game on every Wednesday when we race to combine artillery. Obviously, we'll cover that in a separate part. But nonetheless, we will still mention it here. Okay, brilliant. So that's your team. Then you can click on all teams. Check this out. You can see every team, where they are in the leaderboard, how much TVL they've locked, what their week's APY is. You can see the score of every single team. So you can see who's ahead of you, how far ahead of you they are, and what you might have to do to get on top of them and win the game, you know? So you can see the total APY boosted on the right hand side. That's how much extra boost they have applied from their base, and then this week's APY will be their total, right? So why is this useful? Well, this week's APY, your total APY is what dictates whether you win the game or not. The team with the highest aggregate APY wins the match, period. And how do you get there? By staking collectible NFTs, AnRKey X APY boosted collectible NFTs, which are only available on market right now, Rarible and OpenSea. Next, staking sacred relic packs. All of our sacred relic packs are randomized fairly, which is part of our whale protection mechanism. We'll go through that when we go into part 2 and 3 of our NFT staking in the later strategy sessions, but we'll mention it nonetheless. Using arms boosts, combining the artillery, which is pretty much the most powerful NFT, the most powerful function in the game is combining the artillery. We'll get to that as well. And playing the minigame, harvesting oracle shards and farming AnRKey X NFT collectibles, which you can keep and trade on market and stake in the game, which is absolutely amazing. We're going to run through all that as we continue through our strategy sessions here, guys. But this is great. This is probably one of the most important tables in the game because it's going to allow you to track every single team simultaneously. You can see how much LP's been staked and you can see what their APY is at. So this is going to be one to watch. We'll move down from that and we can see here we have a potential golden chalice value price. Now the golden chalice potential value price is mathematically calculated based on our derived base value engine, which is proprietary technology, the first time that a mathematical model has been applied to yield a base dollar value for an NFT. So we'll quickly run you through that very quickly. So basically what the derived base value engine does is it takes 6 different parameters into account and then through a mathematical formula applies a base dollar value to our NFTs on platform. So what are these 6 parameters? Well, a derived base value engine takes into account the tokens spent on platform, APY generated from the token spends, duration of the game itself, number of players playing the game, the average ANRX price during the game on market, and the number of golden chalices that have been minted. So it throws all these in together live and calculates a derived base value of our NFTs on platform. So when you're playing, you will notice this number change constantly. As we monitor all those parameters live, the price of the NFT will change. It will be set once the aftermarket is open at the end of the game. So if you are a lucky winner of a Golden Chalice NFT, you will have the opportunity to buy, sell, or keep and upgrade your Golden Chalice during the aftermarket section. But that's alright, we will cover that in the last part of this series when we cover the aftermarket and everything to do with the NFT marketplace. Next we'll move to the right. So we have potential ANRX winnings. So what this tells you is that if your team wins, how much ANRX do you win? This pretty much shows you live as the game is going and your APY racks up and your ANRX starts to rack up. If your team wins, what your winnings are going to be. Now this isn't in dollar value, that is ANRX tokens. It's going to be nice to see that number go up, obviously. So we're excited for that. We're excited that you can all see this stuff start to pile up, because when you're looking at your dashboard and you see your APYs and things like that, it's going to show you your winnings as well. But you're also going to be able to see this live when you're looking at all the other teams and trying to assess stuff. So that is the team window. So right now we're going to carry out our first function of the game. So when you come to your dashboard, the first thing you need to do is stake your LP tokens. Because if you haven't staked your LP tokens, you won't have access to any other functions of the dashboard. So my dashboard is fully lit up and ready to go because I've already staked. I'm already on a team, right? So we're going to come over to our stake LP button here. You're going to click that. It's going to show you how much LP tokens that you have in your wallet. So once you provide your liquidity to Uniswap, those LP tokens, those liquidity provision tokens, are automatically credited to your wallet address. You don't necessarily need the contract to go and add it to MetaMask. They're going to be there anyway, and our gaming dashboard will read your wallet and tell you how many tokens you have. So you don't have to worry about asking for the contracts and trying to figure out the LP token contracts so you can see them in your wallet. They're going to be there. Our technology is going to read your wallet, tell you how many tokens you have, and you can choose how much you want to stake. So right now I'm just going to do a simple stake function so I can stake some more LPs and increase my rewards by staking more LPs, right? So let's do it. Let's see, what should I do? I'm going to stake 5 LP tokens. Perfect. So we put in 5, we're going to hit stake. We can see our little window pops up saying that we are approving this transaction. We're going to come over to MetaMask and we're going to approve. We're going to set fast gas. This is an L1 transaction, so we're going to set fast gas just to make sure. Let's go. Just to make sure that this is going to go through super quick. Perfect. Let's do it. Alright, so we're approving. Now this is going to go away. We're going to come back to the dashboard, but we're going to have a notification. This is very important. So while MetaMask is approving this, you're going to be brought back to your dashboard. You're going to have the little button saying we're pending and we'll check your notifications, which is going to be right here, up the top right. We've got a little 1 there, meaning that it's probably done. Tells us what we're doing. We're staking our LP and our approve is pending. Once that's complete, we can click this and it's going to take us back to perform the actual stake transaction. So every time you do these transactions, there will be 2 transactions. One will be an approved transaction and the other is going to be the actual confirmation of the stake itself, where you're going to stake LPs into our contract. Beautiful. So we can see that our approve is complete and we're going to click here to proceed. So we're just going to click there, bang, perfect. We're going to confirm the transaction now and then we're going to be ready to play. Brilliant. Alright, I'm going to set this high again. I'm going to confirm and then we're going to be ready to go. So we'll watch what happens here. Our staked in pool is going to increase. We can click back up on our notifications again. So anytime you want to see what's going on with your MetaMask, you can just click your notifications and it'll tell you what's going on, that we're still pending. So we can wait for that to complete, but while we do so, I'm going to have a look and I'm going to see what questions we got. So remember guys, if you have any questions, this is your time to ask them. We're going to be doing 4 of these sessions. This is 1 of 4. So we're obviously not going to do all of our actions today because we're going to be moving through different stages of strategy and going through different features. So NFTs and things like that, the Oracle mini game, all that stuff is going to be on their own. Okay, brilliant. There we go. We've completed. Perfect. So we can click that. Excellent. And now we can see my staked in pool has gone from $180 to $322. So $180 worth of LP tokens up to $322 worth of LP tokens. And look to the right. What has that done? That has boosted my ANRX winnings from 769 ANRX to 1400 ANRX by staking more LP tokens. Check that out. And why does it do that? I'll tell you why. LP token stake is what's going to differentiate your level of rewards at the end of the game. So if you're, pardon me, so your entire team gets the same APY, but what is different is how much LP tokens you've staked, because you're going to get that percent on your LP stake. So if you've staked $5,000 worth of LP tokens, you're going to get $5,000 worth of LP tokens, and then you're going to get, let's say, 250% or 350% APY on your stake. So you're going to obviously get more than someone that's only staked $2,000 worth of LP tokens. Jeez, my tongue is in a bloody mess today. Alright, so that's pretty much it. If we're going to have, let's say our team APY here was 10,000, right? And there's 10 players. Everyone's going to get 1000% APY. So the APY is split evenly between all members, no matter how much you've staked, no matter how many NFTs you've put in. All of that in the end will not matter. All that matters is your LP stake, because you're all going to get the same APY. Everyone helps to boost everyone's APY and increase their APY. So by the time you win, whatever you split will be as high as you could possibly have made it in the game, and you're all going to receive high APY together, and you're going to receive the same number. Now, our models project up to 350% APY, which is massive every week. If you win every week and you get 350% APY, you're killing it. Absolutely killing it. It's amazing. Now, you can actually, it's possible with different gameplay and different strategies that you can actually exceed that number. But we're going to be conservative. We don't want to oversell these things with the product itself. So we conservatively feel we're comfortable with saying up to 350%. But depending on strategy and all these things, how many players are playing, how much is staked, all these crazy things, it can potentially be higher than that. So it's amazing. It'll be amazing to see when all you guys are playing, how you actually play, and if someone can bust down the door at 350, and if someone can bust down the door at 400, it's incredible. It'll be amazing to see. I can't wait to see it. Okay. So we've staked our LP tokens. We've seen that go up. We've seen our prices go up. We can see that our Golden Chalice DBV is still hanging around that $500 level, and that's it. You're going to be ready to play. You're going to be ready to play. So I'm just going to go to some questions here, guys, and we'll see what we've got. So Zaid Khalifa asks, is the bridge used to move ANRX from ETH to Polygon? That is correct. The ANRX, the bridge in-game is, and I'll bring it up actually, let's bring it up and have a quick look. So this is our bridge, right? I can see how many ANRX I have, and I can see how many L1 LP tokens I have, right? So this bridge goes from L1 to L2, meaning it goes from Ethereum to Polygon, and then back from Polygon to Ethereum. So you obviously have to switch to the Matic Polygon network to bring them back from L2. And what this means is to get your ANRX back across to your Ethereum, to your Ethereum mainnet and back into your wallet, the original wallet you started, you're going to have to go L2 to L1. But to play, you're going to have to go L1 to L2. So to play your ANRX and buy all your APY boosting NFTs and your sacred relics and all this stuff, you're going to have to send ANRX from L1 to L2. So you're going to have to do that first before you actually start to play and start to, start to get NFTs and buy sacred relic packs and APY boost and all that stuff, because the ANRX token, of course, is our arcade coin. It is the native currency of the platform itself. So all the actions require ANRX. Now you can still stake your, of course, your collectible NFTs. You don't have to repurchase those. You already own those, right? So they are in your wallet, and your wallet will be read by our dashboard. You won't have to put those in manually. All of that's going to show up on its own, and I'll be able to show you guys that in the next stage. So we're going to keep this simple, and we're going to keep them concise and efficient, and not do too many actions per session, because we're splitting this up into 4 sessions. Perfect. All right, so that explains the bridge, L1 to L2 and L2 to L1. What I will show you guys real quick is our Discord chat window. So we didn't bring this up. So if you're not logged in to Discord already, it'll ask you to do so. You can see that it says there, click here to log in to participate in the chat. So we're just going to head over. We are going to log into Discord. If you have the app open, it'll automatically log you in, just like it's done there. And I'll type something in. 8. And we'll just run you through a few of the nitty-gritty here. So you can bring up your little hamburger menu, and you can select your team so you know you're in the right chat, but you can also infiltrate other teams. So we can do that here. We'll go to Imperials. We'll see what they're talking about. So this is where you get to see what other teams are talking about. If they're strategizing out in the open, you can pick up some intel, maybe how many NFTs they've got left to stake, you know, what their strategy is going to be. You can eavesdrop on any team you want. You can talk smack. You can go in there and boast about your winnings, boast about how bad they're doing. You know, it's going to be crazy. So let's talk some smack. We're going to win, etc., etc. So you can do this. This is how you also strategize with your team. So you can, while you have people playing the mini game, while you have people eavesdropping on all the different groups to gather intel, you can all start, your whole team can start to gain all this information and start to figure out what you need to do, how far you are behind, what other teams are doing, and how you're gonna change your strategy if you need to win. So awesome. No one's ever integrated Discord into a blockchain gaming dashboard before. We're the first to do it. Discord didn't actually have its own way of doing this, so we had to bring a third party on to get this done, and we're super excited about it. It's our esports component. We'll be looking at using voice channels in the future, but for now it's going to be just text. But we're very excited about it. It's something where to strategize with your team, you don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to open up Discord separately. It's all going to be there for you guys. All right, cool. Well, it's been absolutely fantastic to have you guys on stream today and answering your questions and taking you through part 1 of the strategy sessions. As I said, next we're going to be going into the NFTs. We're going to be staking NFTs. We are going to be doing an APY arms boost. We're going to talk through the sacred relics. We're going to talk through the randomization and certain whale protection mechanisms. And yeah, we can't wait. So thank you so much, guys. We will catch you next time.